Hi, I'm going to teach you a powerful tool called the heart chart. And this tool is about everybody's life. When people come to me for problems in their life, they usually are talking to me about symptoms. They're telling me that this hurts, or this is why I'm unhappy, or these people are doing this. And I know that what they're talking about is not really the problem. They're just talking about things that indicate that there is a problem. So the first question I want to ask them when they are telling me about their situation is, where are these symptoms coming from? We want to look deeper underneath the surface. First thing I want to tell them after we talk about the symptoms is that there is something inside of them called the heart. The Bible calls this the place where we make decisions about what we will do. And the problems they're facing out here that they're talking about are coming from within inside of them. Jesus said that the things that come out of the mouth come from the heart, and these things make a man unclean. For out of the heart comes evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false testimony, slander. These are what makes a man unclean. Inside the heart, there are two things that I want them to be aware of. The first one is that they have hurt in their heart. And by that, I mean that they live in a world full of people that are affected by the fall. And that people unknowingly, or sometimes knowingly, are wounding other people around them. The people that have wounded me are the people that I'm most vulnerable to. People who love me, people who were supposed to be looking out for me. I'm also aware of the fact that I live in a world that has been affected by the fall, all of creation. So there's things that come to my life like death or physical trauma or disease. These are all things that cause pain in my life and that hurts, and they don't go away with time. They go on hurting long after the incident has taken place, and I've never forgotten it, even if the people who did this to me don't remember this. And the result of that, my ability to make life decisions is been changed. Before, when I had healthy emotions, I would weigh that against my rational thinking, and I would be able to make a life decision. What should I do in this situation? But when I have been hurt by other people, my emotions get damaged. And as a result of that, they begin to take on weight, and they change the balance of my decision. So that before, when I was seeing things clearly before I was wounded, I could think rightly about what I should do. But with my damaged emotions coloring my world, I began to make what people consider irrational decisions. They say, why did he do that? Why did you make that decision? It doesn't make sense to me. But to myself, it makes sense because my damaged emotions have colored everything. And it's through my damaged emotions that Satan lies to me about what I will do. I begin to make decisions that are going to damage me further. The second thing that's in my heart is the fact that I have sin in me. Paul talks about this. Now, if I do what I do not want to do, it is no longer I who do it, but it is sin living in me that does it. The fact is that the second issue within me is this sin issue, that sin offers the pain that I'm feeling and the hurt, comfort. Not healing, it offers me comfort. And the sin in me has been described throughout the ages as the 7 deadly sins. They're deadly because they rob me of life. And there's 7 of them. There's anger, there's appetite, there's greed, there's lust, envy, sloth, pride. Each one of these offer me an emotional release for the moment from the pain I'm feeling. And so what I end up doing is that I have at some point chosen to comfort my hurt with sin, and these two things have bonded together. As a result of this, they create symptoms in my life. Given time, these symptoms become addiction because all sin is addictive. As I go forward, I need more and more comfort. The level of comfort I was choosing before isn't enough, so I need more comfort, and I become more addicted, and before I know it, I start wounding myself. Before, I was dealing with wounds other people gave me. Now I'm dealing with wounds I'm giving myself. I begin to lose things that I don't want to lose. I lose relationships. I lose health. I lose wealth. I lose jobs. And because I'm wounded myself, now I need more comfort. So I began to comfort my new wound with sin and me choice, which leads to more addiction, which leads to more wounding. And I get into this vicious circle of wounding myself, comforting myself, wounding myself, comforting myself. I can come to the point where I'm so caught up with this addiction that I go into a dust spiral, that I just crash and burn, and everything that I wanted to hold on to is lost to me. And what I want to ask the person at this point, before you reach that point, now that you recognize you have symptoms, do you want to get well? This is kind of a make it or break it point in this discussion. Because if they don't want to get well, we're done. They might say, I'm happy being the person I am. I'm going to deal with this. This isn't really what I want to deal with. I just want to deal with the symptoms. Whatever it is, I can't help them to get well unless they want to get well. So this is an up or down question. If they say, yes, I want to get well, or I want to explore this, I have to tell them the truth, that I can't fix them, that only Jesus can fix them. And we need two things from Jesus that we can't get from anywhere else. One thing we need from Jesus as our great physician is to heal the hurt of our heart. The second thing, as the king, is we need him to deliver us from sin in me choices, because all sin is addictive. I can't beat addiction. Neither can I heal myself. I need Jesus to do these things simultaneously. Now, a lot of people get sick of sin a lot faster than they come to the point of wanting healing. And a lot of times they say, I'm so tired of this addiction. I'm so tired of doing this. I want to stop doing this. But a greater need for us from Jesus is that he would heal the hurt of our heart and take away, by healing the hurt of the heart, take away the thing that sin in me is hooking into. When the hurt is healed, then the symptoms and the addictions go away all by themselves. It's really hard to imagine for a lot of people. But they say, well, how do you get into that kind of relationship with God? And I say, well, the thing is that you need to develop intimacy with Jesus through the done disciplines. And we're going to talk about that in another video and just share with you how to pursue that kind of relationship with Jesus.